What's up guys, hope you're doing well. Today we'll have another look into the SUI price chart because since the last update we had some important changes that I want to show you. Also I want to give you an update on the $6.32 price target until the 11th of October. So let's get right into this. You may remember that in the last video I said that we want to leave the black rectangle right here to get a clearer picture of in which direction are we moving. We have done this right now, but that is not the only thing that we have done. With this we also made a break of structure, which is our first bullish confirmation signal. So let's have a look right here. We had the high, we made a low, lower high, then did the retest, and then with this daily candle close right here above this high we made the break of structure. And as I said, this is our first bullish confirmation right here that we wanted to see. Right now we have this first bullish confirmation and we want to get back in this rectangle as soon as possible. Of course there is some resistance to the upside, for example this one right here, but the most important obviously is the breakout level. This is basically the breakout level of this move right here. That has also given us the price target. You can see so far this is looking like a false break, and what we therefore want to see is that we are getting back into the rectangle, and we want to see this before we are hitting the second half of the rectangle. This is the 3rd of September, and if we do this then this price target is still active. If we are not doing this, then it's very unlikely that we are hitting this price target in this time window. But as it looks right now, we probably will be getting back to these levels in the next days. And then there is also something interesting that I want to show you, and that is once we are moving to the upside right here, so once we are breaking this high right here, we are getting a smaller price target in terms of actually the price and also the time window. So let's say we would probably hit this somewhere around here realistically. You know, right now this is speculation. I just want to show you something, and that is if we are putting the rectangle on top of each other and we are assuming that we are hitting this somewhere always in the first half, so that means that we have a very strong bullish trend. You can see that still we are aiming for the bigger price target somewhere in the second half of the rectangle. Therefore we are looking for 3rd of September till the 11th of October. That is then probably the more realistic time window in which we are achieving this. No, I didn't want to delete this. This is then probably the more realistic time window in which we are achieving this. So that is just to give you a hint what potentially can happen next. Of course, right now as I'm making this video, this is speculation. What we first want to see is the price going higher, breaking above the important resistance level right here, which is also the breakout level. Then if we are closing above this high, we are getting the first new smaller price target. In case that happens, of course I will give you another update video, so make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss this. Also, let's have a little look into the downside, because you know we don't only want to know what's happening to the upside, we also want to know what are the downside levels that we are looking at, and that is right now of course the recent break of this high right here. So therefore we don't want to see the price get below this recent high right here and below this support level. In case that happens, then potentially it could get tricky, but right now this would be pure speculation. And you know, if anything of this happens, you know, I will upload a new video. And in case you have any questions or if you have any other cryptos you want me to have a look at, feel free to post it down in the comments. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.